Hello everyone, my name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music. As a musician myself, today is a Patreon request for Mooney, and this was bumped up via the Platinum tier, thanks to Nox. Thank you very much, Nox. The Return of Undertale. The song is called let me try to pronounce this. Bergentrückung plus ASGORE. Probably butchered that. It looks very German to me, but I don't know. I don't know what this means. But I do know, the only thing I know about Undertale, out of the 2 songs I've heard, I think, is that I know nothing about this game. I've yet to look up anything. The only thing I do know, actually, is that it's Toby Fox. That's it. Never seen gameplay. I just know it's super popular. And that's about it. This is a short song. Undertale. Bergentrückung plus ASGORE. Let's go. Every time it just blindsides me. Eight-bit choir sounds? This is cool. This little part. Oh, is this ASGORE? I'm guessing they're related. I don't know. I like this. Alright, we have another minute. There's a lot going on. I just made an epiphany. I think I get it now. Oh, it's about to end. Well, let me start off with saying I'm pretty sure I know why it's so popular. Well, besides the fact that it's impressive. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It is indeed impressive. But it is so unique and different and weird that it sticks out like a sore thumb. I'm sure when you guys play this game and then you hear all these crazy sounds happening, you're just immediately stopped in your tracks and say, what the hell is this? Why is it so cool? Do I like this? Do I hate it? What's going on? Because that's kind of what I felt every single time I've heard Undertale. I'm kind of in this, huh? But also, hey, it's musical, but hey, what? I'll even go as far as to say, and I'm saying this as a joke, but it's like a very good musical crazy bus. Take that idea, but put some rhythm and melodies behind it, and the bus isn't so crazy anymore. It's what do I call it? It's a bus, public transportation bus. So I'm guessing by the drastic change in sound halfway that this is indeed two songs, but that are very much related because it just kind of bled right into the other one. So maybe it's a section of a stage that kind of goes right into another section. But either way, there was a big change there. The first half was wild. And the second half kind of calmed it down. It became more of this musical thing. And, it was kind of easier to follow, I guess. The first half reminded me a lot of what I've known to know Undertale as. When I think of Undertale, I obviously think of the sound, but I also think of these sporadic rhythms. So like it'll be just kind of doing its thing, then all of a sudden just, out of nowhere. Like almost sometimes it comes like on the offbeat. It doesn't come in right on the next bar. And it's such a crazy like entry into it. It's not a subtle thing. It just kind of goes into it. I think that's pretty common amongst the songs I've heard. Maybe that's just a thing. I don't know, but it's odd, but it works. The second half. Okay, so this is okay. I had an epiphany halfway through. By the way, I really like the choir stuff. I like that this sounds like very technical, but limited on purpose. Whereas before, in the older days, we had limitations, but they probably didn't want to sound like that. Now, they can sound however they want and give themselves limitations. So it's kind of a mind F to me. Like you're purposely going back in time. That doesn't make sense, but to me it does. But here's where it got really interesting to me. I think the reason this is so genius, and I do say genius, is that this is basically classical composition. If you were to remove all the percussion, just take away all the drum parts, all of it, and you just have all these kind of just simple little layers of rhythm and melody, take those sounds, put them on violins, cellos, strings, etc., organ, and then it makes sense. So all those big changes and switches and here and all that, have you heard Vivaldi before? You know what I'm saying? Go listen to Winter from Vivaldi, The Four Seasons, any of them. Do you think they were just like, no, they're all over the place. They just didn't have drums. If you can imagine drums back then, people's heads would spin. So now that I think about it, Undertale is actually very genius composition. And I'm no classical expert. I played classical music for a big chunk of my life, classical nylon guitar, but I still know my Johann Sebastian and Mozart, etc., etc. ASGORE. But yeah, it makes sense. If you just take away all the electronic sounds, the percussion, and you get all these jarring changes, you have classical music. I cracked the code. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm seeing it in a different light now. So now the next times I do Undertale, or maybe even other Toby Fox stuff. I don't know if I've done any other Toby Fox stuff. But either way, now I know next time I hear Undertale, I'm going to be listening for that. I'm going to be deciphering it more. Because when you hear this kind of stuff, it sounds like there's more than meets the eye. It doesn't, it sounds kind of jokey a little bit. It sounds kind of meme, right? It sounds a little, for lack of a better word, kind of just not serious, just kind of dorky. But that's just the simple way of seeing it or hearing it, I guess. I'm starting to understand. Not that I didn't think it was serious before. You know, think of it this way. Out of all the hundreds of songs I've heard now, I still know what Megalovania sounds like. I can't say that about a lot of songs on this channel. I can't remember every melody. And that was a while ago. That was over a year ago. So I don't know what Bergentrückung means. Or ASGORE. But I'm starting to kind of come around as to what's really going on here. And it sounds like we're not giving Toby perhaps enough credit. Though this is just my speculation. I'm not saying what I'm saying is factual. This is just what I'm getting after 3 takes of this stuff. It's bizarre, man. And it sticks out. And I'm very curious as to what this composer can do in other realms that doesn't sound so limiting, if that makes any sense. Okay. Anyways, let me know what this song title means. Is it in fact German? Is it 2 stages? Is it 2 songs? Is it really 1 song with 2 names? Just tell me all that. You guys will go crazy with the lore, I'm sure. But let me know what you thought of my little theory of this whole classical thing. Do you agree with that? Or do you completely have no idea what I'm talking about? Because it just came to me like halfway through the song, and it's starting to make more sense the more I talk about it. I'm very curious who his inspirations are. But either way, regardless, the song is cool. It's obviously unique. I think Undertale is always going to stand out as a very unique, fun time. Weird, but fun. And that's kind of what it's all about, I guess. So there's a reason it's massively, massively popular. I don't even know how the game is. The game could be bad. The game could be incredible. I have no idea. I just know it's a big deal. Okay. Thank you to Mooney for that. Thanks to Nox for bumping it up. Excuse me. A big thank you to my Patreon supporters, my PayPal supporters, you for watching. I wanted to give a big thank you to my Platinum supporters on Patreon. That is Kevin, Patrick, Shadow Maxim, Vanadel, Callanan, Gardelane, Mushimari, Justin, and Nox. Thanks again to you, and my name is Jesse. This has been the Auditorium. I will see you in the next video. Have a good night. Peace.